me the words I've forgotten, what we were fighting for. Staring right into the darkness, through an empty open door. Can't put back what's been broken, can't change the moment we went too far. We're pulling apart for no reason. We're pulling a trigger in a useless war. And if we come back and go into the black, what are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? I was supposed to protect you, no matter what's to come. Somehow forgot when they told me we hurt the ones we love. Can't put back what's been broken, can't change the moment we went too far. We're pulling apart for no reason. We're pulling a trigger in a useless war. If we come back and go into the black, what are we fighting for? What are we fighting? It's just friendly fire. We're strangers in between the darkness, diving underneath. I'll back you up, there'll never be enemy. Can't put back what's been broken, can't change the moment we went too far. Pulling apart for no reason. We're pulling a trigger in a useless. I love you, Lincoln Park. Thank you. I know you were here. You weren't here, but you were here. Wait till you see it. Look, that's the moon. I hope you can see this. That's the moon over Austin. Oh, that's the moon over where I live. This is my apartment. As you can see in through my window. Like you're peeking in. You're peeking in, checking in on me when no one else would answer the phone. Even when the cops banged on my door. And I didn't want to go out because I was scared. You were there with me. I know. It was pretty scary. I reached out to everyone I know. And they didn't really understand, even though I said, like, SOS. Like, yeah, I guess that's supposed to be code for this is real, but they didn't understand it was real because we live in a world that suddenly became Matrix. But that's okay. I understand. Not really, but I do. No, I guess I don't understand. I hope nobody else ever has to go through what I just went through this week. But I just want to play your song again. I'm going to see if I can turn this around so that, let's see, how do I do this? Let's see, where can I put this? Here. Can you see me? I put it here? Maybe. Okay. See if you see me.
Do you see me? I think it's not really well lit, but I'm just gonna do this thing I learned from a guy I know. His name was Fred, and Fred was my Tai Chi teacher. And yeah, he taught me Tai Chi in Minneapolis. And he passed away about a year ago of pancreatic cancer while I was here in Texas, and I didn't even get sick. But so I just wow, I gotta show you this. I gotta show you guys this. Look at that. You see that? It's so pretty. Looks like there's little stars up there. I hope it looks to you what it looks like to me. I gotta turn this around. Oop. Oh my gosh, is this still going? Turn it around. Look at that. It's so pretty. Everybody's sleeping. Oh my gosh, I wish you could have seen it the way I was looking at it here. Go back up. There it is. Oh my god, I don't know what it is, but it's really pretty. So I've been trying to tell people that it's really hard to tell people that we're on the other side now, and I just want you all to know first, whoever happens to be listening, that we're the kingdom came to earth this weekend, and no one noticed but me. So I made a series of videos showing you all the transformations that have happened right here outside my apartment building. And there's this, you can't see it because it's not lit up because I don't have like fancy movie lights and drones and crap. But you hear that sound? It's like a little animal out there doing is like a little rabbit or something. Maybe a deer. It could be anything. You hear it? Listen. Oh my gosh, what is it? Could be anything. A squirrel. I hope it's not like the Loch Ness Monster or something. Now I'm getting scared. But anyway, ooh, 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 ooh. Might be a little alien. I'm safe. It's okay. Yeah, like there's a little swamp out there. It's like looks like Shrek swamp. And over there, like way, way over there, you can't see my finger. Way, way over there, at the entry of my apartment complex. If you go into the, well, if you don't go into the office, like the office building, but you just go, there's this like little bridge that goes across this like little kind of moat thing into this like little island on this river. Well, if you put your feet in the water, it's like healing because they're like it feels like it's got all these like algae in it, and maybe not coral. I mean, it's not really like an ocean, but it's got all these algae in it, and so like the earth was like healed this today, like the last 2 days. Like I was literally here on the ground, like noticing that there were dead trees turning into like vibrant, gorgeous, beautiful trees. And I was like filming it. And then I sent my my video out to people, and no one's had a chance to watch it except for I think my cousin Brat Justin. It's probably the only one who's been like giving me like calm, nice feedback. Like, you're a gem, Danielle. That's so cool. Everybody else is like, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm with my friends because we're all big stars and we got more important things to do. But like, so Lincoln Park, if you're like watching right now, like I hear a sound. So right here is like this little creek down there. It's like a man-made something or another. It used to be, we're at Cypress Creek, so I mean, it used to be a creek a long time ago before they put this development here, obviously. So, and then it kind of got all polluted, and like, you know how humans do, they just fuck with everything. And then, but now it's all healing, and I hear this like sound of like, hey, who's out there? Bambi? Is it Bambi? Oh gosh, that'd be so cool. I already met a rabbit that looks like Thumper. Actually, it's up there. what I was showing you, that light is my neighbor's rabbit. Can't remember what his name was because they told me his name, and I'm just having a hard time with names right now. It was a cute little floppy-eared rabbit, though, super soft. And of course he wanted to come down here because you can't see it now, but you can see it in my other videos. The ground is like, it's like moss, and like I'm just walking without shoes right now. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna use your guys' video as like shop Lincoln Park store. You've already got 6,000 views on this one. So I'm gonna play it again. Here I go. And I'm gonna try to do some Tai Chi with this silly little phone. Like, put it here maybe. I'm gonna turn it this way. Oop, oop. Yeah, you can't see anything very much because it's dark, but like this is live. This is my, I just gonna show you something before. I really want to do Tai Chi. And I'm in my pajamas, kind of like I got my socks on. And I'm out here. I'll show you what I've been doing. How do you turn this around again? Oh, yeah. So, oh, not that way. Hi. All right, so I've been having this little concert all by myself. This is my Suzuki. She's my best friend. I was trying to wash her, but I haven't got her look at all these nice cars. She's been through hell and back with me. She's a little broken right here. She's tied together with zip ties because she's been hit many, many times. She's even been through a hit and run. This window has been broken like twice and like smashed in, and my poor Suzuki, like she's like, well, I didn't do anything. Why are you breaking my windows? So let me introduce you, because this is for you, Lincoln Park, because I love that song you just played. Like, see, I got my windows open right now. Like, peace, victory is ours. We won, people. We won. The Bible says we were gonna win, and we won. I was like, I guess it was teamwork. I think there's this thing called Body of Christ, and so that means if people pray for you, that you can like pray the kingdom here to earth. But like, people were like praying for me, and I was like, well, I'd rather you come and like help me, because I needed like pizza and food and like, you know. I'll get in that story anyway. That's the story for another time. Actually met some really cool people at 7-Eleven last night. Maybe someday I can share that experience with you, but like, these are some of the things I bought there. A little 7-Eleven down in Austin. I always remember that Presidents of the United States of American song, Peaches. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Yeah, so that's why I bought the peaches. These are like gummy peaches, I guess. I think so. Gummy peach rings. And I got some Lemonade Fest Sour Patch Kids. Oops. Uh-oh. I got low battery. Shoot. Well, I gotta get a battery pack real quick before I run out. Otherwise, this is my Suzuki. But yeah, it's just been wild out here, and maybe I can, let's see, what time is it? I can't see it on this phone because I'm actually gonna try to see if I can get a little battery pack here. Oh, maybe. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Gosh, 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 gosh. I'm gonna do a little, what do you call it, commercial break. And for my sponsor, I choose Toys R Us. And so, because Toys R Us had to close down and can't do their own commercial, I'm gonna do it for them. Toys R Us, 1,000,000 strong and growing. Yeah, my high school friend. Those are my flutes. And Yoda's watching over them. These are my sons. This is Joshua and Remy. I gotta get a battery pack because I'm getting a little. It's like, it feels so good. I got some good sleep. It's like almost 4 o'clock in the morning. This is a pain. I gotta get a battery pack. This is what I'm in here for a battery pack. I'm so excited to show you guys my apartment. It's kind of a mess because I was kind of going through like a processing grief thing. I call it a play therapy for kids and adults. So I was doing this little play therapy thing because I've been through a lot. Yeah, so I'm like, these are the books that I've been reading. And trying to tell my friends like how much these books have taught me. Rereading this one, I think I read it like 10 years ago. And nobody wants to listen. So maybe y'all will understand what I've been going through. Yeah, I kind of read a lot. And I try to recommend books to people. I haven't actually read this one yet, but it has this cool little, like, it looks like someone like picked it up and with their bloody hands and was like saving it from like a book burning or like, you know, some Fahrenheit 451. I don't know what the name of that. Yeah, I've just been, and I just want to have a birthday. Here's my battery pack. I just wanted to have a birthday party, so I bought these balloons yesterday at H-E-B. And I bought this cute little coloring book because I like cats. Not everybody likes cats, but this is one of my favorite movies. This one that was the deal breaker. And I got these poems by Spirit Tom, this guy I met at open mic. Does these poetry collections. I met him at Kick Butt Cafe, and I just like, it feels so good to show somebody who might actually care about all these books that I haven't read this one, but I'm gonna because my kids are French and they know I can probably read it. It's all in French. It's just like, it's a lot to do. But yeah, I'm just like, these are all my books that I've been collecting over the years. Like, I've even recommended this one to people and they're like, ooh, that sounds boring. 100 Years of Solitude. Who's going to want to read Gabriel Garcia Marquez? Like, that sounds like a really boring book. Is it like about him being alone and isolated for 100 years? That would be. I like started writing in my journal here, my Wrinkle in Time journal, all by myself, and oh my gosh, I studied like Buddhism and Zen Buddhism and stuff in college, so I picked up some pretty cool books. These are the book I've read through most of the Bible, but I don't like the KJV. I don't like that version. And my son gave me this book at a time when I was like going through a lot of really hard stuff. And yeah, so I would like to reread. He said there's another book that goes with this. It's like a series. My son Raimi, he's like the reader in the family. He's probably got as many books as I have, but he doesn't carry them around. So yeah, I've carried my books like across oceans. It's crazy. I got this one in Morocco at a mall there. Because I've been reading Kahil Grub. Actually, I didn't read a lot of Kahil. How do you say his name? Help me. Jean-Pierre Dada Guibran. Ouvre anglaise, enfant du prophète. I have a hard time saying his name though. Guibran. Khalil Gibran. And I put all my like really important books. Like if I had to escape from a fire, I would just grab the top tiers. Grace and Courtesy. I'm a teacher. We use Grace and Courtesy lessons to teach kids how to Be nice to each other. This one also I got in the, I wanted to give it to my son, but like, it's really hard to send books because it's like super heavy and it costs a lot of money. But these are like all the people who witnessed Jesus at some point in their life, and like just like 3 pages of like the first time they saw him. It's a really beautiful book. So I don't really speak Arabic, but I think that this writing is just beautiful. It's kind of like if you wanted to learn Japanese, you know, the Japanese, I can't remember what it's called, like the brush strokes. Kind of looks like that, but like, yeah, I don't even, so pretty. Looks like it looks like 2 little people. That looks like a face there, and that looks like, and this like, he's like waving his eyes, like spinning around, and he's like watching him. That's what it looks like to me. But I never really did good with those Rorschach texts. Ephraim de Jericho, Barca. Yeah, like, isn't that pretty? So I can't wait to give this to my son. Manasseh, an avocat. That means a lawyer. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. You know who made these? This guy, Lassad Metui. He like designed them. This is just an old grandpa, Caiafe, and yeah, just like writes like what they thought of him. Like some of these people, witnesses, like didn't like him, and so they just say, well, yeah, I read the whole thing, but, and I put like a little post on my Instagram, on my Facebook. If you see, like, when I put these up, people are not really into this stuff because they're kind of racist. Racist people don't like to see, like, this kind of stuff. This is a woman, neighbor of Marie. Just a neighbor that saw Jesus and what she saw the first time. What she thought. Aren't these like, I don't know. I think it's pretty. Barabbas, that's the guy that was like crucified next to him on the cross. Yeah. Il me relâcherait et le choisiront. Alors il se lèvera. Ils firent de lui une victime et un sacrifice pour le Pâques. Je fus délivré de mes chaînes et marchai avec la foule derrière lui, mais j'étais un homme vivant, marchant vers ma propre tombe. J'aurais dû fuir dans le désert où la honte est brillée par le soleil, mais je marchais avec ceux qui l'avaient choisi pour porter mon crime. Quand ils le clurent sur la croix, j'étais là. Je voyais et entendais, mais je n'habitais plus mon corps. Le voleur qui fut crucifié à sa droite lui dit, « Toi, Jésus de Nazareth, tu saignes avec moi. » Et Jésus répondit et dit, « Si ce n'était pour ce clou qui me retient la main, je le tendrais pour empoigner ta main. » Basically, he said, if I didn't have this nail in my hand, I would tendre la main. I would extend my hand to squeeze yours and comfort you, basically. Well, obviously he was talking to the 2 guys that were being crucified next to him, but like nobody's even made like songs about that because everyone's like anti, you know, Christian because of so many reasons. But yeah, I just wanted to have a little birthday party, so I bought these balloons and have a wild birthday. I was so excited, like I was gonna invite friends to help me decorate here in my little apartment. this is my favorite book to read to kids. But when you read it, you have to pretend like you don't know what it is. Like, it doesn't work if you just don't leave it and they just like bring it up to you and like, hey, can you read this? And I'll be like, what? I didn't know. What was this? This isn't my book. Are you sure you want me to read it? Because if they know that you know, that they know that you know that you know what it's about, then the joke doesn't work. Anyway, yeah, so these are the books. This is my book from childhood that I've had, The Crystal Child. Yeah, so these probably are probably the these two, and then the les oeuvres. The other ones, I would put these up here so no one knew they were there, and if I had to like escape in a fire, those probably are the three. This one, and a friend of mine, Spirit Tom, he's the one who gave me this book. He's Australian, this guy. He just hands out books to people so they don't have to buy them. I don't know where he got this, but I read the whole thing. 316 biographies of the women in the Bible. He gave that to me and I read it. Thank you, Tom. So, yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know. I just kind of a creative, I guess. So, anyway, that's kind of pretty. I don't know if this is still running live right now. It should be. I gotta get this battery pack on here before I run out of batteries. These are some things that I sewed out of thread. I sewed all these. This is my niece Gwendolyn, my sister's daughter. And those are just like renditions of like paintings that I sewed. So those are just actually real kids that the guy who painted them was painting for real, but it was like 100 years ago. So I decided to sew them, and hers I did an original pattern. So I sewed those. They're all those tiny little squares of thread. I've been trying to sell them at the Artist Loft down in St. Paul a couple times. I've tried. This one I tried to sell these two. It's my dad's paintings, my other's dad's paintings, my dad's other paintings. Probably shouldn't see the bathroom, it's a mess. But this is another one of the paintings my dad did. So up. Don't want to see the bathroom. I gotta do laundry. Whew, feeling a little better. I got probably a good, let's see, what time did I go to bed last night? I should have looked. I think I got a good, what time is it? 6. I probably got 4 or 5 hours sleep. Those are my kids. But I'm glad you're watching live because nobody else is. 4 o'clock in the morning. But I got these thought these look pretty cool. It teaches you how to make knots. Folding pop. I've always wanted to know how to do knots like that. Isn't that cool? Then I found this one because everyone hates praying mantis because they say they're so scary. But these guys, any pest you have, they will take it out. People prefer to use like chemicals and pesticides to kill insects, but in Portland, we knew that if you have any of these that you don't like, pretty much all of them except for the flying ones, this guy, he'll take care of them for you. Yeah, we were having some pests at the school that I worked at in Beaverton, and a lot of backyards where the kids would play, and ew, yucky, woo-hoo-hoo, yuck. And there were some pests back there that they didn't want the kids to get like bit and stuff, so they brought in this guy and he cleaned it up. Anyway, I found this at HEB, and then I was found like this. It was my birthday, so I bought my own balloons. I like this one. Woohoo! This one is holographic balloon. That must be cool. Yeah, so I bought my own balloons so I could decorate. Didn't get around to decorating. But I guess I found this on the ground. Some work boots. Somebody's been working pretty hard. Survivor. Woohoo! Somebody else has been on the ground with me. At least, probably. And then, yeah, I wrote a book about this tree. I mean, I was writing a story, and I decided to have it like start with a cat running up this tree and getting stuck at the top. So that was like one of my inspirations for writing this movie that I wrote this week, and was working really hard on it. And this is my agenda. It's kind of messy. Oops. A lot of stuff in here. Yay, this planner. 2024. That's what it's been like for me. Yeah. It's like, yeah, this is where we are. What day are we? Gosh, I don't even know. I'm losing track of time. I can't wait till this week. This is spring break. Woohoo, right there. Those 2 weeks. Well, I don't have a job technically anymore because I got fired, basically, from my teaching job. So, technically, I'm not going to get, well, I wasn't going to get paid anyway, but that's Fat Tuesday, Lent, and yeah, this is when it all started. This week is when it all started becoming, like, really weird. Yeah, I didn't even write anything in here. Change my contacts, my birthday. I was supposed to go to that open mic, and wait till I tell you that story. That was when the cops came at noon and to do a welfare check on me when I was trying to sleep. Man, it's been rough. It's been rough, but I don't want this. I don't want to lose this, so I'll plug this in real quick so I cannot lose what's going on. Yeah. So, what am I doing here? Let me turn on my porch light. Oh, that was better. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, so nobody's awake yet, so yeah, this was gonna be I was gonna have a little, like, impromptu birthday party, surprise birthday party for myself. That's a joke. I try to be funny, but most people don't think my jokes are funny. This is my little brain, so I don't forget stuff I was supposed to do. So I don't do everything I plan to do, like go to urgent care. You know, my friend of mine, when I got fired because I was having like this thyroid issues, he just told me to call my boss and say that they changed my medicines. I wrote it down. It was just affecting my hormones, and that caused me to have a health emergency. Thank you for your patience. He's using like a Samuel L. Jackson voice. It was so cute. Thank you for your patience. But anyway, I kind of got that worked out, but I still got fired. So, yeah, kind of sad. I was supposed to call my doctor and reinstate. I had to cancel my doctor's appointment that was supposed to be on Tuesday because I lost my health insurance and I didn't sign up for health insurance with my new school because I figured, well, even if I had, I would have to wait till March 1st because you have to wait a whole month to get health insurance. And this is when I was planning where I was going to put the earrings that that I have in my both ears. I was trying to decide which ones I was going to put where and switching them around and stuff. But this is the woman that's supposed to be publishing my book. But they're taking a long time, too. I wrote a children's book, June Smith. She's bookwriting.com. Yeah, they're out in LA, and they're trying to help me. These are my, like, grocery lists. Yeah. Avocado, sour cream, cereal. Makeup remover, Mountain Dew, H-E-B, H-Mart, that's where I buy my rice and my ginger chews. Prince of Peace ginger chews. Yeah, so this is like where I keep track of, that was another version of me trying to figure out what is good. There's my cross on my ear. One of my ears has this kind of design. So I was just trying to figure out, because I recently got these piercings and I was trying to put them exactly where I wanted them. M is for moonstone, and then I don't know what S is for. Yeah, citrine, alexandrine. Yeah, it's been a long. Piercings are really expensive though, super expensive. Moonstones, aquamarine. Yeah, this is like it's like a, yeah, if you want to know what I've been doing this month, this is all I got alibis, like, pretty much done all I've been doing, all this stuff. After I lost my job, it all got kind of blurry. Yeah, I got my little Congo drums, and I got water. I was gonna have a little party. No one showed up for my birthday. It's my birthday, and nobody's here. I had games. I already told all people about this. Is this still going? Yeah, I wanted to play these like party games. Got this one in Portland. Actually, as it was coming out, this like got Super Scrabble. My dad is like the master Scrabble player. I had all my songs I was gonna play. Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I actually did play a few of them last night live, but I was trying to do like a porch sessions, and that's where I put my little. I can actually use this now as long as I bring my battery pack. Ooh, so just get this off of here. Sorry. Yeah, I was like pointing, and I was like, yeah, I actually played some songs last night, but nobody's watching. See how quiet it is here? It's just like magical. Yeah, because we're like, literally, this is it. We won. Everything we've been fighting for is here. Look at these plants. I got them in HEB in Austin. They're so like, I bought them in the grocery store before I came home and realized that it really is peace on earth. It really is the kingdom, you know? And I bought these little, like, things to feed them. I got these little flower packets. I got my roses. These are like so soft. If you could feel how soft these are. I can't believe the rabbit isn't just running around just like eating these and like pooping everywhere. Well, he actually was. I actually met him last night up there. I went and talked to those guys up there. And he was just like went inside their apartment and was just like pooping his little pellets all over the kitchen floor. They're not too bad. You just kind of sweep them up because they're little hard pellets, so it's not like squishy and gooshy like dog poop. They're pretty easy to clean up after. It's just they actually eat cords. Like, so if the rabbit came over here, you'd have to watch him because he'd start munching on these like cords, and then your cords would be all eaten. That's what they do. They're worse than, well, they're not as bad as goats because as long as you're watching them, you know, and just say, no, you can't eat that cord. I need that for my business purposes. And to, I needed to charge my phone. And if you eat it, I can't charge my phone. And then I'll have to get a new one. So I feel better now. Okay. Just got my little broom here. Just put it back. Yeah, I bought all this food at H Mart yesterday on my birthday. Took me about 3 hours. There's this like organization across the road that people go to get free food. So, but I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe I should just keep some for myself because I haven't been eating very well. So I ate a few things. Haven't eaten some of it, but last night I ate some of this salad. I'll show you. I just felt I've never eaten such good food in my life because I've been on food stamps and stuff because I'm an artist, you know how it goes. This stuff, oh my God, if you could taste this, I felt like a little rabbit, like outside chewing on the lawn. That was crazy. You know, the dandelions haven't come up yet, but I guess I just intuit that dandelions, like the flower and the leaves, are probably a rabbit's favorite food. I mean, they do like clover, but I think dandelions and clover are probably their two favorite things. So, yeah, I've never been able to afford these at Whole Foods because they're like, I don't know, freaking $6. Bella mushrooms. So because I couldn't afford them, I got this like subscription to this like not mushroom stuff. But the thing is, it's super expensive. Like this is like $72. $72 for a month for like two, because if you eat this, it takes in a month, you're done with it. It's like $35. And then I had to get this because I couldn't get fresh vegetables. So I would just bring this to school and like just eat like, I don't know, 300 milligrams of water with this, like a scoop of this. I've been through the Nutridyne program when I was sick, but it didn't really help. Now these are affordable because at Whole Foods I didn't even go with that anymore because they're like super expensive. But anyway, I got all these little snacks. I've never been able to buy these too. This is the first time I've ever tasted these. So on the way home, I started like drinking these so I could feel better because I've had a rough last 2 weeks because obviously when you're writing a novel and you're not sleeping and you're only taking cat naps, it gets a little exhausting. Yeah, I got to deliver these to these. I was working at Magnolia Montessori for all, just like the campus of kids. I'm working in the classroom called Oceania. And I know all the kids there, and they know me. If they've only known me for like 3 weeks, because I kind of stepped in for the teacher who's on maternity, and maybe she's like giving birth to a baby this week because her baby was due about this week, which is actually my birthday week. And I found these, and I'm like, all the third graders love Harry Potter, so I thought, well, I can bring these to them. I found these little Kinder things. So in France, these were a big thing for a long time and they just like pulled them and made them like, I don't know, they have to buy like online, and they cost like, I don't know, they auction them off for like $1,000 because they're collectibles or something. These they auction off as collectibles too. And then I saw this on the shelf. So if you buy a bar, then you feed a child. So every time you buy a bar, you send life-saving food to a child in need. So I'm like, wow, if I buy, I don't know how many bars I bought. And I just bought the whole box. I'm like, okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I guess I can feed 5 children. I don't know for how long. Maybe one meal. So I have a lot of stuff, but as you can see, I have not had time to arrange anything. Finally, I asked someone to help me bring the stuff from my car, my neighbor, into my apartment, but she went and left and took a shower because she had to work, and then I ended up having to do most of it by myself. And had to get all the stuff that needed to be refrigerated into the refrigerator, like the cheese and the artichoke hearts, all this stuff. I kind of started drinking on this one. I've never tasted such yummy stuff. You should taste this stuff. Wow. This is all the stuff I had before all this whole thing started. And just this stuff I had. Basically, I didn't have any fresh vegetables for like, I don't know, probably a whole month. Yeah, because when you lose your job, which I lost in January because of my health emergency, then I lost my health insurance, and that's why I had to pick up another job, hoping for get health insurance again and get. This looks really amazing. I have not been able to eat French cheese since I came back from France because it's like mega expensive. So I got some $2.50. Look. Artisan white cheese, $2.50. Reduced fat feta crumbles. I don't know how much it was. I can't wait. I haven't opened these yet. I'm just, I gotta be careful with cheese. I'm kind of allergic. Well, not allergic, but I'm dairy-free for the most part because in France, they don't pasteurize their cheese. And I never had a problem with cheese until I had to start drinking pasteurized cheese, eating pasteurized cheese. So, I had to stop eating cheese. It was my favorite thing in the whole world. But the only thing I found to eat that I was edible was these Whole Foods plant-based mozzarella cheese alternatives. But it never tasted very good. You know, it just didn't taste like these ones, which is like real cheese. So, yeah. Finally have vegetables, fresh vegetables. First time in so long. Because the only way I could get fresh vegetables was buying like these like frozen vegetables, and this kind. This is pretty much what I've been eating for the last year. It's these frozen vegetables that you can get at Costco. Can't afford fresh fruit, so I just buy this frozen kind. But unfortunately, it's relatively expensive. Ooh, this one won't even come out. This is my favorite. Oh, power mode. Yeah. So I always have some sort of fruit stuff. Got these French fries at Whole Foods the other day. But yeah, so it's been quite a ride. I'm sorry that I'm not sticking to one subject. People hate it when I do that. But I don't know. There's this thing about women, like men like just to go like from one subject to the other, and they like to be all logical. Like, you learn how to write a paper in high school. Like you've got the intro, and then you've got the body of the paper, and then you have your conclusion, and then you like foreshadow your conclusion in your intro, and then you write the middle, and then you reach your conclusion in 3 minutes or less. That's called a like elevator speech or something. And me, I don't know. I'm more of like improv. Like I just kind of whatever I'm doing, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the receipt for all the stuff I bought. I bought all this stuff too. I just got a little excited because like I haven't seen these since I was like a kid. There's this little plastic letters where you can put them up on your fridge and make woohoo. Oh yeah, sorry, this is really cool, but I want to show you this. So my Tai Chi teacher, this is where I was learning Tai Chi, that's her, taught us all about the 8 directions in Tai Chi, and like because this is what I learned Tai Chi based on these. Like when you're facing north, this is what it means. You're facing northeast. When you're facing east, you're facing southeast. Like north is the moon, northeast is the mountains, east is thunder, southeast is wind, south is the sun, southwest is earth, west is the oceans, and northwest is heaven. And then you do this whole series the style that we learned. There's a lot of styles of ours is like based on white crane style, and then each one of these symbolizes like something. So north symbolizes the moon, but it also symbolizes water flowing or yielding. Northeast is white, and it symbolizes the mountains, which represents stability and wisdom. And then east, and they all have colors too. I'll go into the colors, but this is my favorite color, jade green, like, well, turquoise too. These are my 2 favorite colors, like this whole part, the thunder and the wind. But this is kind of cool. It's like jade. And this one that represents thunder also represents movement or drawing in. And then southeast or turquoise is penetration, penetrating the unknown. And that is symbolized by wind, because wind can go anywhere. Duh. That's kind of cool. And then south, which is purple, the sun, lightning. It symbolizes lightning and trust. And then southwest, which is black, is receiving, rooting, and earth. And then west, which is red, is joy, issuing in the oceans. And then north, which is white, is giving and compassion, and which symbolizes heaven. And then so anytime you're like standing in these positions when you're doing a Tai Chi, because you kind of like turn and face different directions, then you're symbolizing these things, the 8 directions. So, yeah, we also did like a shorter version of it. I think it's called, what is it called? Bagua or something, Bagua, where you just do like a short set and you don't have to move around or go any distance. You just do a short set and you turn around in a circle and you do this movements with your hand, and then you can go back and you do this. So that's Bagua. I actually was able to do Bagua one time when I couldn't get out of the place that I had been locked up in. How was this? Oh yeah, the Dragonfly Project. I met these people at Intertwine. Message of hope for those who are grieving. Dragonfly Project. Yeah, I always try to tell people to like use them as a resource, but people are kind of like resistant to healing. They rather like work their asses off and hurt their way through their problems than, you know, I don't know, take a Tai Chi class, or I don't know, yoga, or I don't know, sit and talk with a friend and give nice healing hugs. I mean, that's the easy way, but people like to do it the hard way. And so I'm like, you really have to go to work tonight, to my friend who was like, I was like, I was like, how much are they going to pay you to clean that guy's house? And she's like, well, he's going to pay me. Ooh, 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 I don't like those mosquitoes. I wish I had a frog to eat that mosquito. Go away. Anyway, so the guy is like going to pay her $700 to clean his house. And I really wanted her to stay and like, you know, hang out on my porch, you know, and just like eat good food and have fun. But I spent all this money on this stuff that I just bought to like, I don't know, hang out with kids and do sidewalk chalk drawings. They're like little Easter eggs. It's a sidewalk chalk. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it took me about 3 hours to buy all this stuff because I have this really random way of shopping. And when I came up with the cart, it was so packed. I had one cart packed full of stuff. They were like, anyway, there's a whole story behind that. There's a whole story behind that. And there's a whole story behind these stupid church people that I tried to call for help because a couple nights ago I was too tired to cook. And because it's really hard to cook when you're exhausted. And I was just looking around for the little, I only had like that in my cupboard. I had like ramen, sweet peas, and some, you know, I was like, well, it's finally, I had to cook something. And so I decided to make these gnocchi. I don't know if I have them left in here. I don't know where I put those gnocchi. All I had left was some gnocchi, and I boiled it in that pot right there. And I was so tired that I'm usually really good about like carrying hot water, but I was like carrying it. Well, I was carrying it to the sink like this to pour it out into my colander, which was in here. The reenactment, sorry. My colander was in there. I should have just put it in here. Maybe it was in here. Or was it in here? I usually gotta tuck it in here, but whatever. And I came to this part and I was like, I pour it in there, and I don't know, I felt like this like push or something, and I jerked it back. And because it was boiling water, I burnt myself. I want to show you. It's getting better, but I think how do you turn this thing around? Boop, boop, boop. So I got burned right on my tummy, right there. You see it? Got burnt right there. That's where I got burnt with the hot water, and I also burnt my toes. I don't know if it's better now, but oh, it's so better. That one's better. See, sorry, I turn this around. Yeah, and it got my foot like the hot water got on my foot because I pulled my foot away, so my foot was here, and I pulled it away, but it just got my toes. Could have got my whole foot. Like boiling water, and I had a little blister, just a little one right there, but it's got better. Obviously, I put ice on it right away, but oh man, that hurt. Yeah, and I'm so stupid. I mean, I had other things I could eat, but I was like, I hadn't eaten very well. And so I just thought it'd be good to, I mean, yeah, it was just dumb. It was just dumb. Yeah, and that's all because I was asking my church people. I actually asked the church guy that bought me the blood pressure cuff if he could, you know, bring me some pizza or some like fried rice that was already cooked, so I could just like take out the fried rice and eat it and not have to like cook like pasta or something and, you know, like boiling water, and that boiling water got me because of that. Yeah, it's tragic, I know. I'm not really complaining. I'm trying not to use a complaining voice. I always got in trouble when I was a kid because my mom would tell me I was complaining about stuff, and I'm just usually just like, it's actually just a fact. I'm just like reporting a fact. It's raining, Mom. Mom, guess what? It's raining. And she'd be like, well, what are you complaining about? I'm like, I'm not complaining. And she's like, well, stop complaining. I mean, it's, yeah, whatever. Long stuff, a lot of stuff. That's what I was working through this past few days. Also, when I was writing this novel thing, is I was working through some like trauma, because play therapy is the best way with kids to work through stuff that, you know, bad things that happen to them. And you just get a little elephant and you give them an elephant. You actually let them pick their own stuff. Like you can have them pick like a little music box and a little butterfly. And then you just, I don't know, little things like jelly beans. And then you just say, okay, pick your toys. And then they pick their toys. Like, oh, pick this. And I pick some jelly beans and some flowers. And then you go, okay. I'm getting anything that's around. They just pick their things. Band-Aid, I don't know. And then, this is dumb. I don't even like this scenario, but okay. And he's like, okay, and I got this elephant, and I got this little egg, and this butterfly, and this jelly bean, or I don't know, that's one of my earrings. Huh. I got plugs, so put that one back. Anyway, and then you're just like, okay, so just there's the elephant, and you've got like a butterfly, and I don't know, you can use this if you want. You can use like, this guy it's like a little leopard, panther. And then you're just like, okay, so play out a story, and I'm just gonna watch. You don't have to, you can pretend like I'm not here. And then they would do something like this. The elephant was really sad because his panther friend had died and they were burying him, and so he was sad. And then they put him under the ground, and then he couldn't see him anymore. And so he just walked around, and he saw the flowers, and he saw like a Band-Aid, and what else? What else did he see? Anything else I want to play with? You can let them play with anything if they see something else they want. I don't know, that's kind of pretty. It's a jar of marbles. And so, I don't know, he walked around and he saw this like butterfly on this flower. And he talked to the butterfly. He said, hey, can you come talk to me? And the butterfly came down, and he said, can you just like comfort me? And so the butterfly put his wings over his back and just like said, lay down and rest. I've got your back. You can sleep and rest. And while he was resting, he had a dream. He had a dream that, what did he have a dream about? I'm just making this up as I go along. he had a dream that, let's see, there was a classroom full of children, and one of the kids in the classroom was holding this little ellipsoid. So, right there. This is actually a Montessori material. So she was holding the ellipsoid. This is her little sister. And her other best friend was holding the ovoid. I don't know, maybe that's the ovoid. It's really hard to tell. They're really close. Maybe they were both ovoids, I'm not sure. And the ovoid looks kind of like this, because an ovoid kind of looks like an egg. So they were holding these ovoids, and all of a sudden, they, what did they do? Oh, what's in here? What's in here? Some stuff in here. Oh, that's an African wild dog. They turned into real little people. Real people. I don't have any people. People. That's okay. And they transformed into, what other animals I got up here? I don't know. They transformed into, let's see. They transformed into a pirate. And what else I got here? They transformed. I'm not getting what I want. You can even let them like make music for their thing, whatever this one is. What is it? Make that a little music. You heard this strange music. And then, all of a sudden, they turned into animals. One of them was this African wild dog, and the other one was this. Where are my animals? Where are my animals? My animals. One of them turned into a caterpillar. I think this girl turned into a wild dog. This one turned into a caterpillar. Oh, I forget the kids. Then they went on a little journey went around a little walk, walked around, and then they found these strange objects. One looked like an egg, and the other one looked like a jelly bean. And then they went back and they went around, they discovered some more. These guys, jelly beans, but they're actually jelly beans, but they discovered all these weird looking objects. And they like, oh, let's check them out. And they counted them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I know how to count to 5. Then the caterpillar went in there and he's like, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that all about, wild dog? I don't know, caterpillar. I don't understand what's going on. And then they went around and around, and they went and they saw this really pretty statue. Like, ooh, that looks pretty. It's all these people, ooh, on a statue. But I don't know why maybe we can have them get off the statue, because that doesn't look that looks kind of painful. And maybe she just wants to dance instead of being like the statue. So they're like, abracadabra, we're gonna do a magic trick. And then they heard another sound, and it sounded like this. Ready? Then, all of a sudden, abracadabra, abracadabra. Oh, I lost what I was going. Abracadabra. The people jumped off of the statue, and they started walking with them on their journey. And as they walked, they discovered this really amazingly beautiful jar of marbles. And the caterpillar, or the little girl who was with them, said, "Hey, I have a game for you. If you can guess how many marbles are in the jar without counting them, you win a prize." And the dog said, "I think there are, let's see, that is 5. I think that is probably, I don't like those mosquitoes. Gosh, where are the frogs when you need them? I don't like those mosquitoes. Go away. I'm trying to play. Go." Anyway, so he's guessed, the African dog said, "Well, that's 5, so I'm thinking that's like, probably 1,200. Maybe. No, that's too many because these are bigger. I say 600. 600, I guess 600. And the caterpillar goes, "Well, that's 5. I think that is probably 325. So he guesses 325, and he guesses 600. And then they, actually, this would be better for estimating. They waited to see who won. And then, all of a sudden, the little girl, all of a sudden, they transformed back. Abracadabra. They heard another song. What is this one? I don't know. Then they heard another song. Sound like this. And then they transformed back Abracadabra into the little girl. That was this one. And the other little girl. I remember her name was Annie. She was in my class. Her name was Annie. And that was me. Funny, funny, funny. And they transformed back, and so then they weren't the animals anymore. And then they were looking around, those little girls, and they saw an elephant sleeping with a butterfly on his back. And so they went over and they took the butterfly off of his back. I mean, they said, "Butterfly, we're here now. You can go fly away." Poop, 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 poop. And then the elephant woke up. He said, "Who are you?" And I said, "We're just little human friends, just a little girl. I'm 6 years old, and my friend Annie is 6 years old too. And we saw that you are sleeping with a butterfly on your back, and we wanted to know why." And he's like, "Well, because I was really sad because I had to see my friend who was not alive anymore, and they were putting him in the ground, and I was really sad." And the little girl said, "Well, we want to bring you on this to come and see this thing that we saw." And then he comes with them, and she's like, "What's that?" It's like, "Well," and the little girls are like, "Well, I don't know. It's just these like marbles in a jar, and if you can guess how many marbles are in the jar, you win a prize." And he said, "What did you guess?" And one little girl said, "I guessed 600. And then the other little girl, Annie, said, "I guessed 325. So if you look at this, and you know this is 1, and you look at those, and you get, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you guess how many marbles are in this jar? And he said 125. And then they took the marbles out of the jar and counted them. And there were about 325, and they're like, well, we're really sorry, elephant. Actually, caterpillar wins, Annie wins, but you get the second prize for getting the most original answer. He's like, why was mine the most